What I do? Flank crew FTC, stand up! Ah! My bad, y'all. Not like I got some composure today, some decorum. What's good, YouTube? Welcome to you. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Ty Brotherhood back again with another video, and this video is gonna be a little bit different. Today is more of like a little thought piece, just something to think about. I consider myself a great conversationalist because I like good conversations. When people don't, get too emotional or they start misconstruing arguments, all that type of stuff I'm talking about. If you have a conversation or argument or debate where you're on like different sides, I feel like it's beneficial to both people because you can see different like perspectives, and maybe you might be lacking in one argument or lacking in something about your thesis that you could further develop, or you might have a change of mind, change of heart, depending on how the conversation go. So I'm all up for a good conversation. I like to think, I'm not gonna lie to you. But I was thinking, so for the main part, something I truly believe in is educational reform. There's a lot of like things we aren't being taught in school that I think should be mandated in the criteria, or just structure in school should change. Like I was in high school. I don't remember exactly what it was. It was something in English class. I think I had this idea before, but let's fast forward a couple years. Y'all know me. I've been writing papers and stuff for people. Let's be cool. But some of the stuff I was looking into was like education, prison, reformation, all that, and it's more so we don't take the time to invest in ourselves as a school system. Why are we constantly teaching the same core, subjects, and not something that's gonna be more beneficial, more applicable, more useful in life? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and start using geometry to solve the dimensions of a square unless I'm like a carpenter or something. You know what I mean? Most people these days, we need more critical thinking, analytical skills, and not even that, just financial literacy. Like, if my homeboy and I was taught financial literacy back in the day, I guarantee you our lives would be completely different. This video would probably be completely different. I don't even know this video would exist. Like, I'm 21 now, and it's like I have to slowly learn it from just life in general. Like, I had to gain experience. Oh, I'm making poor financial decisions, or I could be using this money that I'm getting and I could be spending it a different way. I'm not utilizing my resources correctly. That's something my sister's been trying to teach me too. In fact, speaking of, she literally just texted me today. She was like, in the summer, I'm gonna try and slowly teach you about financial literacy, but I'm trying to take the liberty, my own free time, to kind of learn financial literacy, better understand it, and then hopefully I can teach y'all something about it. Because remember, at the end of the day, I'm not no type of financial advisor. I'm not no life advisor, fitness advisor, or anything like that. I'm just a regular guy just like you. And that's why I made this video. Because I went on a date, like, same time around this time last year, I went on a date. This girl was listening to me. She's like, you should be a motivational speaker, blah, blah, blah. I could listen to you all day. I'm like, I appreciate it, but I don't be doing right for myself. So how I'm gonna, give advice to somebody and I ain't even taking it, or I ain't doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But then I thought about it. I'm a man. I'm relatable. I'm a person just like you. I can talk to you about this stuff because I'm either going through it or I done lived it. Just because I ain't, reached the end goal where I'm all successful and stuff, and I have, the be-all solution to everything, doesn't mean I can't talk to you about it, make you more aware, bring attention to it. Because if I can talk to you about it right now and you start realizing, hey, we might have the same problem, you might start taking initiative to start fixing your mistakes. You might do your own research, be like, damn, I'm financially illiterate. I need to save $100 more a month, or I could be using my time and my money differently. Why am I buying new shoes, new kicks, new hoodies, all these clothes I don't really need, when I could just learn how to dress better and save the money, put it to the side, put it in like a savings account, put it in the stock market, go buy some real estate. There's so many different things. Like, people taught us how to invest, how to utilize our money, how to build credit. The world would be completely different. Like, that's what I want you to think about today. It's really just, how you're utilizing your money, what we going over, all that type of stuff they're not teaching you in education. Now, going to the next topic about education, sex ed. That's something I'm gonna cover too. Like, I'm gonna make a whole video about that. I personally didn't have that much sex ed. I had a health class, right? And they skimmed over it. They just tell you about what abstinence or whatever they call it. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that, but you know what I mean. Like abstaining from having sexual encounters. That's the best way not to get no STD, not to get pregnant. But that's not useful, bro. Like I want you to think about this. How many people you know around you, your age group, whether you 14 to 17 or you 18 and up, they having sex? A lot of them. Like a lot of people are having sex, especially younger people. And I get it. We shouldn't be encouraging teen sex, but at the same time, we kind of need to educate people about what happens during sex. Start building healthier relationships with sex instead of like perversions and lust. Like all that hooking up that people are doing constantly without the proper like education and knowledge about sex, it's counterproductive. Think about it, at the end of the day, you having what 10 plus bodies, now you got 2 baby mamas, 3 STDs, and it's all because we ain't even gonna talk about the body count or nothing, but like you could have been wrapped up or you could have been choosing your battles differently. Now you living with what 3 things you can't get rid of at least. That's what I'm saying. Like I want you to put it like this: sex is so complicated. It's either it costs you money one way or another. Think about it like this: STD testing, because you want to make sure you're clean. You don't want to have something lingering around messing up your body. You also don't want to give it to somebody, nor do you want to have something that you can't get rid of. Condoms, birth control, Plan Bs, abortions. There was one more. It was slipping from me. And then worst case scenario, I ain't really worst case scenario. It's a blessing, honestly. Don't knock your blessings. But if you have a child, because you're gonna need to spend like at least $1,000 or $2,000 a month. Because I think the average amount to raise a child is like around 180,000. Like throughout the 18 years. So like I'm saying, bro, think about it like that. Sex will cost you money no matter what, and you might have different consequences or aftermath following it. It could be pregnancies, it could be STDs, it could be pregnancy scares. And I know some people, I know like third-hand accounts of people going like through abortions or all that type of stuff, and it does take a toll on people. Whether you pro-life, you pro-choice, it does take a toll on people mentally. Some people aren't cool with it at all, but they put themselves first. And some people wonder what their life would have been if they hadn't had a child or if they had, the child. So it definitely takes a toll. Then worst case scenario, as a man, you at all times, pregnancy could definitely mess you up. You probably like, how? Like, I'm not a woman, I don't carry a child. But look, bro, they got some women that will hold pregnancies against you, bro. Like, they will hold the threat of it over your head. And this literally, like, this happened to me twice. I kid you not. I'm 21 now, so I think I was 19 the last time it happened. 17 and 19, bro. Happened to me twice. Do you know how infuriating, how much BS that is? Because that put a mental strain on you as a man. Now, because really, like, think about it like this. Your life is now in control, like, in the hands of that woman. She now has control of it because there's child support. Or it's whether or not she wants to keep the child or not, whether or not you want to keep the child or not. Like, if y'all going to be on the same page. Then, me personally, I want to have all my kids to like the same mother. I'm not trying to be no baby daddy, bro. That ain't no flex. I'm trying to have all my kids grow up in the same household so they can always be around their siblings, have healthy relationships, see, how the mother treat me, how I treat the mother, type stuff. Like, I ain't trying to do all that baby daddy stuff, have 3 different baby mamas, kids with them, all that stuff. No. So in my head, whenever I try and get like, if I got somebody pregnant, I'm gonna try and man up to that. But at the same time, I start thinking, and it really puts a stress on me, like, is this really a woman I want to put my all into? Is this really a woman I want to be the mother to my kids? Like, does she have these traits that I'm looking for and like a future partner and a future mother, like, for my kids? And I might start thinking, I'm like, damn, this ain't somebody I don't want to be with for the rest of my life. And I might be, it's basically like putting on shackles, bro. You handcuffed to her now. So a lot of stuff could go wrong. And I think we need like proper sex education. Then let's not even get into like the talks about consent and all, like, sexual assault, stuff like that. Part of that could be handled if we had proper education. I'm not saying the problem gets rid of completely, because they got some sick people on the road. I'm not gonna lie to you, they got some sick people, but they got some situations that are definitely like either taken out of proportion or are definitely more avoidable if the proper educations and precautions were given ahead of time. Like, you gotta think about it. You have a bunch of young men just watching porn, jacking off, and being introduced to all this aggressive and violent sex, and just not like a perverted type of sex, and all these kinks and stuff like that. And they're being thrown into rope with no proper education, not even how to approach a woman properly, this, that, and the third. So we could definitely use some more financial literacy, sexual education, and then on top of that, just a reformation of the like class courses and stuff like that. What's being taught? What should be emphasized? What shouldn't be emphasized? Like, that's it for the most part. Like, that's really just my thinking piece. I didn't really get too far in it, but it's something I definitely want to dive back into. Like, I think that's one of the major changes we need in America. Like, prison reform, school education, those are two like heavily interested topics I'm in. I appreciate everybody, you know, coming in, watching the video, whether you like or not. Subscribe, help a brother out, you know what I mean? If you follow what I'm saying, what I'm putting down, go ahead and subscribe, put that post bell notifications on. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video, all right?